Hello guys, welcome to another exciting day. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to YJ Digital World. I remain your regular host, Agu Joseph. On today's video, I'll be guiding you through on how to create a wonderful flyer for a birthday purpose. So in doing this, I'll be making use of Photoshop 2023. Please, if you're new to my channel, do well to subscribe, turn on the post notification to get notification whenever I upload new content. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching. Please don't forget to give this video a like. Please do well to give this video a like. So let's head into the design phase. So first and first, we have to create a Canva workspace for this project by clicking on new file. Here the new document panel comes up. Here we'll give the project a preset detail, that is the name for this project will be called birthday. Okay, our unit is in pixels precisely, height and width. Here are the parameters: resolution 300, color mode RGB. So the RGB color scheme is basically for mobile devices and other platforms. Okay, not for print, only for mobile device usage and other online usage. So we leave other settings the way they are and we hit on the create button. So in the first phase of this design, we have to drag in our resources for this project. So you check to drop them into your Canva workspace. So I'll turn off this other set of images. So the first step in this design, we have to create our background. Okay, so for we to do this, come to our adjustments all the way to gradient field, and the gradients can come over here precisely. Here is a preset I've created earlier. Okay, expand the gradients to here. Have the gradient editor. Here on my highlights, here is the hex code for the color I am using on my highlights precisely, and it is located on 0, opacity 100. For this, here is the hex code for the color I'm using. Okay, located on 96. The opacity is on 100 as well. So click on OK. Set your styles on linear, angles. Okay, check this. Okay, the reverse option, leave other settings the way they are, and click on OK. So after doing this, we'll come over here, select this birthday pattern. Okay, so I'll hit Ctrl U on my keyboard. Hues and saturation comes up. Desaturate this to -100. Okay, after doing that, come over here, change the color mode to soft light. Okay, after doing that, reduce your opacity to about 17 precisely. Come over here where we have our gradient, select it and create a new layer over here. Pick your brush. Start picking your brush, right click and make sure you're on the soft land brush. Set your opacity and flows on 100%. Okay, all you have to do is just click once. Okay, change the blending to overlay precisely. Ctrl T to transform and scale up the size. Okay, I think this is okay. Check here. Come over here, we'll have this birthday pattern. Add the layer marks on it. Select select your brush. Set your foreground color on black. Black enables me to take out some of the pattern because the max layer is white, so black enables me to take them out. Set your opacity on flows on 100 precisely. To come over here and take this out, take out some of the patterns. Okay, so let me turn on the layer of our model. Okay, and say this is coming to life. Black enables me to gain back some of those patterns. White enables me to take out. Okay, so you can use your X button on your keyboard to switch from each foreground color, from black to white, white to black. So we'll come over here, select the pattern layer, group it by hitting Ctrl G. Ctrl G enables me to group it, so I'll call this group pattern. Okay, that's for that. We are good to go. So next phase, I need to create a noise effect for this background. So I'll hit Ctrl Shift N precisely and call this noise. Change the color mode to soft light. Check the 50% gray. Right click and convert this to a smart object. Slide over to filter, noise, and add noise. Okay, scale down this to, let me say this. Okay, so after doing that, we'll move to the next phase that has to do with our model image. Okay, so I need to adjust the highlights on this face on this of this image. So for me to actually adjust the light on the face of my model, so I'll come over here and select the curves. Okay, clip max it. I need it to be only on the model image, and I'll adjust this way. Okay, so add a little highlight after applying the curve. So the next thing, we'll pick our brush here precisely, scale down the size using the open and close bracket key on your keyboard. Control I to invert the marks. You notice our marks layer has changed to white, to black. Okay, so after doing that, make sure your foreground color is set on white. Brush selected, right click, select the soft round brush. Opacity and flow should be set to 100 precisely. So I'll come over here and take out and apply the effect rather on the face of my model. I'm trying to take out highlights where I don't need them to be. Okay, reduce the highlights. Okay, scale down the size using the open and close bracket key, please, to scale down the size of your brush. Okay, I think this is coming to life now. I think this is looking good for now. Okay, so I can still come over here and adjust this way and adjust this way. So to actually balance the light on both sides of the face of my model. So after doing that, we'll select the first layer of the mask layer, select the last layer of the model image, and hit Ctrl G. Ctrl G enables me to go and call this model precisely. So after doing that, we'll move to the next phase of the design phase, so which has to do with placing of our ribbons. Okay, here are the ribbons. So I'll drag it beneath the model layer. Okay, Ctrl T, take it over here, rotate it to about something of this nature. Check, click your move to. Okay, hold Alt to make a duplicate. Ctrl T, scale down the size. Okay, adjust the direction. I think this is okay. For that, pick your move to make a duplicate again with Alt, Ctrl T, place it somewhere here. Okay, hold Alt, make a duplicate of this, Ctrl T, rotate it a little, check, hold Alt, left click and drag, Ctrl T, rotate it to somewhere around like this. Okay, and place it this way. So come to the first layer all the way to filter here, more blur, motion blur. That's the blur we are using for this. Okay, I think this is good. Let me still adjust it. I think this is okay. So before I proceed with the other ribbons, let me hold shift, select the whole set of ribbons and change their blending to screen. Okay, so move to the next ribbon, filter, motion blur, and adjust the blur strength. I think this is good as well. Move to the next ribbon, filter, motion blur, adjust the strength of the blur. Move to the next ribbon, same effects, but you just adjust the strength basically. Okay, come to the next ribbon, filter, motion blur. Okay, so after doing that, you check. So here all I have to do is to select the layers, hold shift, group them together, call this ribbon. Okay, that is for this. I'm done for the background and my model image. So the next phase has to do with placing of our text. So before I do that, I have to create a contrast between my background and my model image so that when I place my text, it will be more visible. So all I have to do is to add a max here, and likewise on this pattern precisely, come here to add a max to this as well. So okay, let me just work on this first. So all I have to do is come to my gradient here all the way to the top. Make sure the black and white is selected precisely. Control the strength of your opacity for this. I think this is strong enough. Okay, left click and drag this way. Okay, you can see it's it worked perfectly. So if you notice here, we have a pattern, a background pattern on the face of the image of our model. So all I have to do is to take out that. So for me to do this, I hold Alt on my keyboard and left click on my max layer, drag it over to where I have pattern to make a duplicate of that as well. So come over here, adjust my opacity again. So let me say 55 and still make a little adjustments. I think this is looking okay. Come over here, make the same. Okay, this is looking nice as well. So after doing that, come to our view here all the way to guides, set our new layout as with these parameters precisely. Check. Okay, so after doing that, we'll come to here where we'll have our notepad to copy our text. Start copying the text. Okay, you pick your text tool, start selecting your text tool. You come over here, change your font to Poppins, please. Okay, left click and paste your text here. Okay, so in case you don't have your character panel here, please you can come over to your windows and enable the character panel, please. Okay, so here we'll change this to medium. Okay, and drag the layer above every other layer on your layer panel. Drag it above every other layer, please. Okay, so that it can be visible. Pick your move tool and drag it along the side. Check. Okay, pick your text tool, align the text to the middle of okay, that is center alignment. Control A to make a quick selection of the whole project. Pick your move tool and align this horizontally to the middle. Control D to deselect selection. Control T to transform, and you can then scale up the size, adjust the position of your text. Check. Pick your text tool and select this last line of text. Change this to bold. I think this is okay. Control H to hide guide. This is coming to life. Okay, so after doing this, we'll move to the next phase that has to do with placing of other set of text. So come over here, copy the happy text, come here, left click and paste it in here. Check. Change your font to photograph. Okay, Control T, scale it up and align it with our guide precisely. Okay, so come to our notepad again, copy this other set of text, pick your text to left click, paste in your text to enter to check, change the font to Poppins as well. Okay, to Futura precisely. Let me use Futura, Futura bold, Control T, scale this up. Okay, start scaling it up. Check. On your character panel, you can adjust the leadings, that is space between text on the vertical axis. Okay, pick your text tool and align the text to the left this time around. Pick your mouse tool and adjust the position, please. Adjust the size. So after doing that, we have to place the name of our model. We are using ellipse tool to create a shape, create a contrast between the background. Okay. So after creating the ellipse, the next thing we have to create a fill color for this ellipse. So come to our ellipse here. Under the fill, we select the gradient option here. Okay. And here is the gradient we are using for this. We'll adjust our angle of direction to about this. Okay. Leave other settings the way they are, this way. Okay. So after doing that, hit Ctrl Shift N to create a noise background for this. Come over here, soft light, check the 50% gray option, right click, convert it to a smart object. Okay, right click and clip mask it into the eclipse. Okay, so after doing that, noise, we'll add noise to this to create texture for the ellipse precisely. I think this is good this way, this is good this way. Okay, so after doing that, I want to make a duplicate of the ellipse by hitting Ctrl J. After doing that, after making the duplicate, I'll turn down the fill, please turn down the fill to 0%. Okay, Ctrl T to transform the ellipse. Okay, check. Okay, so after doing that, double click on the ellipse layer styles comes up, so you come over here to strokes. Okay, so on our stroke, we'll be setting it as this. Okay, here is the size of stroke I'm using. I think this this also good. 32 is good. Opacity is 63. Okay, I'm using the gradient fill for this. So on this side I have white. I'm using white precisely. Here's hex code. Okay, and the opacity for this white is 100. While on this other end here, I'm making use of white as well, but the opacity is totally different. It's at 39. Okay, so after that, click on OK. You leave other settings the way they are, and you can choose to rotate your directions. Okay, so I leave mine on 90 precisely. Okay, so after doing that, all you have to do is to click on OK. Okay, so that's for this precisely. Okay, that's for the stroke. So for the ellipse, I need to add a little shadow to create a contrast between the shape and my model image. So I'll come to drop down shadow here. Okay, you can see the effect. Okay, so I think I don't need it to be too strong. I think this actually looking nice. So click on OK. So after doing that, we'll come over here, select the layers and group them together. Ctrl G, group them and call this name. Okay, so after doing that, we come to our notepad here, copy the name of the celebrant. Okay, this is just for tutorial purpose. Okay, I don't know the name of this model, so I'll just come over here, paste a name. Okay, so Ctrl T, transform this and place it here. Okay, so we'll be making use of the Futura font. For this, I'll be changing this to medium. Okay, I'm trying to create hierarchy among text. For this as well, I'm using the same text, so I'll scale this up a little. Okay, so here I'll come here and adjust the leadings. Okay, check. So come to our names here, drag this into the same group as the name. Make a quick selection, hold Ctrl on your keyboard, click on the eclipse layer. Notice my mouse pointer changes to this. Okay, just left click to make a quick selection of the ellipse. Okay, so make sure your layer of your text is selected, that is the name. Pick your move tool, align the text horizontally and vertically to the middle of that ellipse, Ctrl D to deselect, Ctrl T to transform. Then you can choose to scale down the size a little and check. Okay, that is for that. Okay, Ctrl H to hide your guide. I think this is actually looking nice. Okay, so you can come over here again and choose to still adjust the size for this, scale it up so that it can be more visible. I think this is okay. So the next phase, we need to stand visible and make some gradient correction. So we have to make a color correction for this, like color grading precisely. So hit Ctrl Shift Alt E to stand visible, right click and convert to a smart object. So after converting to a smart object, we'll move to our filter here all the way to camera raw to do our final phase of color grading. So under our color mixer here precisely, we'll do the correction here. So here we'll add more of red tones to the design. Okay, right here we'll reduce the orange. So about, let me see this. Okay, and here as well also adjust the yellow. So there's no just specific, you can just play around and see what comes up. Okay, just play around the sliders of your color mixers and you'll see how your project pops. Okay, so here we'll come to your saturation as well, and let me adjust this a little. I think this is good. Okay, let me adjust the yellows. Okay, let me add a little yellow to this so that the yellows can come to life. I think it's okay this way. Okay, can come over here, adjust my blues. I need to take out the blues on the shirt. Okay, take it down to this way. Okay, then the green, let me adjust the green by adding a little to the project. Okay, then under the luminance, also make a little adjustment here, adjust the reds a little. So let me see about this is okay. Then orange as well, let me adjust the orange a little. Okay, then my yellow, let me add a little yellow to this. Okay, okay, then my blue, don't need to add blue to the jackets. I need to add more of black to this. Then here I'll adjust the light on the face of my model by reducing this purple. Okay, you can see the effect on the face. So I'll adjust it to about something of this nature. Okay, I think this is looking nice. Click on OK. Wow, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. This is looking nice, guys. So please, if you enjoyed this video, do well to give this video a like. Give this video a like, please. If you are new to my channel, do well to subscribe. Okay, subscribe and turn on the post notification to get notification whenever I upload new content. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always watching. Okay, I thank you for always watching. Okay, if you have any question, any comments, you can leave your questions and comments in the comment section. Please don't forget to share this video with other designers around you. And if you're able to create any design with the help of any of my tutorial, do well to tag me on your socials whenever you upload them. Okay, so thank you guys for watching.